But critically speaking, for the PDP, the president's speech, New Year's speech, is unpresidential, uninspiring. There is nothing in it to lift Nigerians out of the mood that they have been in since he came into office. How correct is that? Or untrue, is it?
Well, clearly, this PDP has also looked at that piece of address, and I think Debo has really x-rayed it, and his conclusions, I will also not disagree any less. So, it's deceitful to make the people believe that you've made a lot of gains when we have seen none. Clearly, from the month of July last year, we were told that the federal government is saving more than 1 trillion from fuel subsidy. So, if we count from the month of July to the end of December, that is about 5 months. So, Nigeria should have saved about 5 trillion. Now, where have you put in this money to cushion the effect of removal of fuel subsidy on this ailing economy and on the poverty that the people have been subjected to? And so, coming on a New Year day to speak as president of a country, and the people cannot go home and draw hope to say that this year will be better because the president said 1, 2, 3. It is at best the most deceitful thing any person will do. And then it is so contradictory that in his speech the president alluded that he feels the pain of Nigerians, yet in your speech and of course government policies, you have not shown anything that shows that you actually feel the pains of the country that you are leading, where people are going to bed hungry. So we will advise the president and of course this APC-led government to go back into a retreat and see how they can re-engineer the economy of this country and bring the best out of the situation that we are now, to ensure that Nigerians, because he also agreed in his speech that Nigeria has about 28% inflation rate. A 28% inflation rate simply means that SMEs are dead, because these are the small businesses that thrive on small capital. So when you have that level of inflation rate, tell me, what do you do? How do you maintain your capital? How do you run your business?
In all of this, what seemed to be curious in the minds of the average observer is, one, this might be pedestrian. The president arrived back from his Christmas holiday to Lagos in Aso Rock sometime yesterday afternoon when he signed the 2024 budget into law. So he is supposedly also had given us a presidential speech, not from Aso Rock, because he arrived from Lagos yesterday afternoon. Like I said, this might be pedestrian, but let's revert back to the reality on the ground. The emptiness or hollowness of the speech, like Labour Party, and uninspiring and unpresidential, as the PDP pointed out. Why the opposition parties seem to be on reactionary measure. Usually you should be able to say, discuss, make a statement on expectations of the speech, but they didn't do that. They waited to see what he brings to the table, and they're now nipping it in the bud and critiquing it basically. Whether this will be taken into consideration or not, we have no idea. But having pointed out, questioning where was the presidential speech done yesterday, the national broadcast, where was it done? You all were pointing at that. Was it recorded prior to that time? Could that be the reason why you didn't see the Plateau massacre as part of the speech? We have no idea. Now, pointing at the role of the opposition right now, do you look at this president or this administration to be an administration with a listening ear to what is being said about their action? Or do you look at this administration to be an administration that doesn't really care, one-way traffic, will do what we want to do, irrespective of what anyone thinks about it?
This administration has shown from the very beginning that they are not a listening administration. They will not be responsible, neither are they going to be responsive to the need of the people. First of all, if it was an administration that considered the people first, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in on that fateful May 29, he would have had a meeting with key actors in the economy before he would declare that the subsidy has been removed. But he did that right there when he was giving his acceptance speech.